The rumour mill continues. Star Wars Daisy Ridley movie is rumoured to be on hold. Not a massive stretch, to be fair. This comes to us from, well, it was shared by Star Wars Holocron, but the source was Daniel Rickman, Daniel RPK. And they said that the new Jedi Order movie starring Daisy Ridley as Rey reportedly needs more work and is now on hold. It's not expected to start filming until 2025. Well, when was it going to be filming? Like, I mean, we don't have that many more months left of 2024. Come on. Of course it was going to start filming in 2025. That's surely just a random guess, no? But I thought we would take a look at some of the responses, because this has been seen nearly 1 million times in 2 days. That's a lot. That's a lot. So I thought we would take a look at the responses, because it's an indication of just how bad this movie would flop if they did indeed actually release it, which, you know, I'm hoping they do. Like, I actually hope they do release it, because, yeah, it deserves to flop. It'll be that wake-up call that Disney needs. So let's take a look. Hit subscribe if you're new here, guys, and turn those bell notifications on. But you can just kind of see it again. Nearly 1 million views. Nearly 500 likes, nearly 500 comments, 1.7 thousand likes. I hope they spend 350 million on this movie so I can laugh harder when it fails. Just cancel it. No one wants it. Again, that's the general vibe that people have from this. No one wants this film. Can't wait to stare at all the Rey action figures gathering dust in the store shelves for years to come. Literally all of it. Just nothing positive. At last, they're realising the importance of taking their time and doing things right rather than rushing it with weak photos and poor writing, aka The Acolyte. Now, the funny thing is about The Acolyte was that wasn't rushed. That's been sat. That was sat on the shelf for a while, actually. They could have changed that if they wanted to. They didn't rush that out, which is weird to think. But from when it started to film, when it was finished, to when they released it, it'd actually been a really long time. I love all the glad they're taking the time to get it right replies. The character isn't popular, period. Ah, yes, now we get to the crux of the matter. They would have to make the movie for $100 million to make any money on it, and Disney is incapable of doing that. And this is completely right. The character is not popular. She's incredibly unlikable. As a character, they don't like her. No one cares about Daisy Ridley's Rey. And yeah, $100 million, Disney is not making a Star Wars movie for $100 million. They think more money equals more profit, bizarrely. Or more money means more quality. It's like, no. That's not worked for any of your films lately. The only work it needs is to get rid of the women and bring back male energy. Based. They can keep it on hold indefinitely. Literally no one asked for this. Should be cancelled. Good. Develop the Ahsoka storyline and join it up with this. They can build it together. No. Hate the Ahsoka. Bloody Ahsoka's boring as shit. So I thought we'd just scroll through and just see whether there is anything positive. I think that the Rey film has the potential to do Daisy Ridley what Kenobi and Ahsoka did with Hayden. So I'm glad that they're waiting. Here's one positive. Someone thinking that the Rey film could be good, in fact. Could actually make people like Daisy Ridley's Rey. Still listed as in production. How reliable is the source? I do wonder what the reply was to this. Oh, yeah, no. No one really addressed it. Just cancel the Rey movie. Not sure anyone's ever expected this movie to actually release. Yep, that's true. Lucasfilm announced a ton of projects in an attempt to garner hype and to show investors the brand is in good health. Then they all get cancelled. I'll be surprised if the movie gets made. Now this, by Lonely Goomba, is a very, very, very pertinent comment, because this is completely true. This is exactly what Lucasfilm does. There are so many projects that they announce that never see the light of day. They always do it around investment calls. It's always the same. It's literally always the same. Most of them, if not 95% of them, all get cancelled. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So there's a little bit more kind of news down here. It says, back in May, we saw World of Real report that the new Star Wars Daisy Ridley movie had been delayed and that Disney CEO Bob Iger had put a pause on the project. Empire City Box Office on X also said around the same time that the flick has been killed off by Bob Iger, who's previously said that Disney's pulling back on Star Wars. World of Real also said there were lots of problems with the film and that writer Stephen Knight was considering bailing on the project. And then recently, Stephen Knight, who is the guy behind Peaky Blinders, is like, no, I'm super busy with Peaky Blinders now. We're doing a Peaky Blinders movie. So when's he going to get the time to write this? When? We can also add Warner Brothers has put Dune 3 up against the release date, thought to be for the Daisy Ridley Star Wars movie, December 18th, 2026, which means Warner Brothers doesn't care about that film, even if it is going to come out. And more than likely, they don't think it's coming out themselves, which is hilarious. So according to rumours, the writing is on the wall that the Daisy Ridley Charmin Obaid-Chinoy Star Wars movie isn't going to happen. Fans are not surprised, as this has happened many times under Kathleen Kennedy at Lucasfilm. Yep. Again, going back to that Lonely Goombas comment. Quite literally all the time they release stuff, they announce stuff, and none of it comes to fruition. It is the pattern of behaviour from Kathleen Kennedy and Lucasfilm. Yeah, ditch REY, ditch the stereotype woke director, redo the script and call it. What was that, 7? Yeah, 5, 6, 7, yeah. KK Kennedy's final failure, if it ever sees the light of day. It's going to be a monumental bomb. If they release this, oh, someone likes it. We will wait. Someone else is positive. It's going to be shelved, thankfully. Disney can't keep producing woke trash and throwing millions down the drain. I really do hope they release it, because it will go down in history as one of the biggest bombs ever. Genuinely. Huge bomb. Absolutely massive bomb. No one cares. No one wants this. And they still expect this movie to come out Christmas 2026? No, obviously not. This will be the first of many problems. Yeah. Why not start with firing this train wreck waiting to happen director? That's your biggest problem. One of. Cancellation foreshadowing. Yep. This is the exact same pattern that happens with all Star Wars projects. They get delayed. Well, they get announced. Always around an investor's call, right? Without failure. They always get announced around an investor's call. So this has happened with this one. Then what happens? You don't hear anything for a little while. Then there's a little bit of movement on it. Right? A little bit of movement. Again, normally around an investor's call. Then all goes quiet. Still goes quiet. Yeah, a year will go by. Goes quiet. And then you'll hear rumours that it's been delayed. Yeah, you still won't hear much about it. And then they will either officially cancel it or they just won't even mention it ever again. This is what happens. This is Lucasfilm and Disney Star Wars through and through. It's so funny. So there you go. I don't really have much else to say, but I hope it gets released. I hope it's not cancelled. I'd love to see this. Just infinite levels of content for me. Brilliant. Bring it on, please. Destroy the brand even more. Let me profit from it, please. That'd be great. Why should Disney be the ones and their directors be the only ones profiting from the downfall of Star Wars? Let me profit. Come on. Anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts, so let me know down below. Cheers. Take care. Bye-bye now.